Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video tutorial on basic mid-game tactics. This will be a new the second section in chapter 4, which will deal with indirect exchanges. Now the material here is based on a book that was written and published in the 1980s, and there's a free ebook version that's available on the World Xiangqi Federation website. I've decided to go over the bots and redo them and add some commentary and also analyze them using computer programs. So without further ado, this will be the example this week. So as can be seen, red has one chariot, one cannon, one horse, and a full guard. Black also has one chariot, one horse, and one cannon, and also a full guard. Pawn-wise, black has one extra pawn. I don't know whether this was an intended mistake or not, but this was the diagram that I was given. So a quick analysis of the game will show that red had pinned the black horse and the chariot in the same file. Now red could be prepared to play c9 equals to 6 to capture material and have a distinctive advantage. So the question for this board would be how should black deal with this situation so that he will not lose a piece and still be in contention. So in the book, the first move that was advised was c1 plus 1, whereby black could make use of red's defensive position. The cannon here would block the elephant prevent the elephant from moving to the edge file. So by delivering a check, red would be forced to retreat his advisor. Now at this time, black would continue to retreat his advisor so that the king will now control the central file and immobilize this elephant. So in the book, red played a4 plus 5 to try to maintain control of this central file. Now, as can be seen, black decided to sacrifice his horse. So red will capture it, but because the king and the chariot were now on the same file, and the cannon was attacking the bottom rank, red would simply capture the elephant. The other elephant cannot take revenge and play e7 plus 5 to capture the black chariot. Otherwise, otherwise this would be a check by black. So as can be seen, although black had given up material, he will now control the central file and even be prepared to play r5 equals to 1 to capture the red cannon. Again, the elephant cannot protect the cannon in this manner, or it will be a check by the black cannon. So red would be forced to play r4 equals to c9 equals to 6. This would not be viable either because black will simply capture it. The advisor cannot capture the black advisor, or the kings will be facing each other. So that is why red will have to protect his cannon in this manner. Neither would c9 plus 6 be viable, because if this were played, red will simply check first, check again, and now capture the cannon while also threatening to capture the horse and thus gain back lost material. The pawn advantage should be significant at this point in time. So that is why c9 equals to 5 is not a viable option either. So the best option for red would be to play c9 equals to 6. But because the king had now commanded an open file, red could simply capture the advisor without fear, forcing the red king out, and again black would continue to attack, delivering a check, and red would gain back lost material while at the same time capturing capturing half of the full guard. So one might wonder, would this be possible if black tried to go for the checkmate? Red could simply move the horse to safety and prevent this from happening. So, as can be seen, after a few moves, black had already commanded a significant advantage, and this was done by using the tactic of an indirect exchange. So, a short recap: check, retreating the advisor, and using the power of the king to help out while sacrificing the black horse, capturing the elephant and threatening to capture the cannon, forcing the cannon to be protected in this manner, a check, another check, and capturing the black horse. So now at this point in time, red would have lost half of his one advisor and one elephant, while black would still have a full guard and 3 pawns. Now I ran the original position in my computer program, and I found that there was another way that black could have salvaged this situation. Now, although this section dealt mainly with indirect exchange, perhaps a better move, or the move recommended by the computer, was either r4 minus 1 or r4 plus 1 for the first move. With this move, black would be prepared to retreat his horse for an exchange or to trade material. This would also be to the same effect, because now the chariot was given a route, or was now protected by either the king or the advisor. Now, would black have to fear r9 equals to 6 because red will still intend to gain material? The answer would be no, because black can play c1 equals to 4 to force a trade of material. So if the red pawn captured, black would simply defend, and at this point in time, the situation on the board would be rather even. So this was the move that was recommended by the computer program. Now in the original line, there was one move that I would need to clarify. First, p1 plus 1, as mentioned just now. Now, as can be seen, black will retreat the advisor, preparing to move the chariot to the center. Now, what would happen if red played c9 minus 1 to prevent or discourage that from happening? For example, if black played the chariot, black will simply go for a skewer. Now, black will be forced to move the elephant away, and red gain material. So r9 minus 1, c9 minus 1 will seem to be a very nice move. It will also compress the space of the black cannon. But black would not have to fear, because he can simply counter with r4 plus 1. If red continued to try to gain material, black could retreat his cannon, use the pawn as a cannon mount to protect the horse. So from here on, let's say red tried to develop his left horse, preparing to play h3 plus 5 or h3 plus 4 to gain material. Black will simply offer a trade of material early on. So if red accepts, it will still be a drawish game. If red decline, you have to find you have, for example, if you played this move, black could simply black could simply move the horse away, for example, and it will still be a even situation. So that is why black would have nothing to worry about. So I hope you liked today's short video tutorial. Do go through the concept of an indirect exchange in the main lines shown over here. Now this is a very important and commonly used tactic whereby material is not traded immediately, and it would be somewhat like a pseudo sacrifice, whereby black could gain back materials at a slightly later time. And I thank you for watching my video. If you like the work that I've been doing, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.